we're getting about 15 conversions, and in January you can see here that we have 185 conversions. Of course, it's better to use events, for example, from submission, and have to create container, and I've used step.io, so that's why we use. Hi guys, in this video I would like to share with you strategies that we use for lead generation clients, and basically it's very easy strategy, but we have to do a lot of work before starting this campaign. I mean, we have to configure our conversions and conversion tracking. So here you can see at the screen campaign we spent about 20,000 zlotys. I don't know how many, it's about $5,000. And you can see here that we were getting about 15 conversions. And let me change to cost per conversion. And you can see that we were getting 17 conversions, 10 conversions, and then we started to get about 40 conversions, 25, 17, 30, and in January you can see here that we have 185 conversions. So how we did this? And it's very easy setup, but we have to firstly go to Google Tag Manager and configure all the necessary events. So for example, I have here Google Tag ID. If you want to know more about Google Tag Manager, how to set up conversion, you can watch my video about Google Tag Manager where I showed how to configure all these events in Google Tag Manager and send them to Google Ads. So first of all, you have to have Google Tag measurement ID here and triggering on all pages, and also you have to have conversion tag for Google Ads, and here I pasted conversion ID and conversion label from my conversion action here. So when you click here, Google will give you conversion ID and conversion label, and you have to paste these values here. And here also used consent mode, but it's another topic. And triggering, I have trigger for when somebody click class, and this means when somebody submits the forms and click submit button, this trigger is firing. Of course, it's better to use events, for example, from submission, and put as a trigger. So if you have these events, it's better to use event like form submission and create here like this custom event and put here form submission and delete this one. So, but it's another topic. If you want, you can watch my previous video about Google Tag Manager. Then when we have this Google Ads tag, we send data to our Google Ads, and also very important thing that we want to use server-side tracking. And if you want to use server-side tracking, you have to create new container here. When you go into Google Tag Manager, here you will have to create container, and I've used step.io. I also won't touch it. I won't tell you everything about server-side in this video because it's another topic also, but you have to know that you have to have server-side tracking, and basically what it does, you have to register your subdomain here, which will get data from your website. So instead of storing data in users' cookies, we store our data on our server, and step.io gives you this possibility, and it gives you 10,000 requests per month for free. And if you're a small business, it's okay for you, but also you can like increase these limits and pay for, I don't remember exactly, but it's about $20 for additional requests, and they renew this request every month. So for us, it's completely okay. And after that, when you have this server side, you have to send data to this subdomain that step.io gave us. And also in server side, we have in container settings here, admin, container settings, and we have to paste also our server container. I created D here, so AdBlocker cannot block our subdomain where our information is sent. So basically, after that, I have here, for example, a conversion action. We can create Google Ads conversion tracking, and it will send data from server to Google Ads, and so you will have two separate conversion actions: server side and client side. So here, same, you have to put values like you did here, and trigger will be also form submission. So this way you create server side tracking. So when somebody uses ad blockers, you will lose conversions if you don't use server side tracking. Maybe if you want, I will create a separate video, full video about server side tracking if you want, but this is main thing on technical side. You have to have contact page client side and server side contact form also. After that, you want to go campaigns, and this is very easy setup. You click create. We want to wait a little bit. Create campaign without a goals guidance, and click search, because we want to, for lead generation campaigns, we want to use search. And here we have this two conversion actions. First is contact page client side, and second one is server side conversion. We have to click continue. Website visitors, so here we want to paste our website URL, of course. Campaign name will be lead gen. Continue, start new. If you have new account, we have to start from clicks, because we don't have enough data to use smart bidding. For example, if you set here conversions, you will have very high CPCs, and if you have a really big budget and you can offer a high CPCs, you can start, of course, from conversions, maximize conversion. But for me, and if you have a small clients with a limited budget, I would start with maximize clicks, because it doesn't use smart bidding, and it will allow you to gather data about conversions, and then you can switch to smart bidding. So for example, you can go to keyword planner tool and find out what is the highest CPC bids. If you want, you can also don't set this maximum cost per click, and it will start from the highest bid, and it will go down and will find maximum amount of clicks that you can achieve for your budget. So it's also okay to use don't use maximum cost per click bid limit. For me, I want to use, and I will start, for example, if my keyword planner tool shows it 5 zlotys, I can pay for first 3 places in SERP, in search engine result page. I will put here this amount. Okay, so let's click next. Here we have to turn off Google Search Partners Networks and Google Display Network, because Google Display Network is a very cheap network, but it also gives you low quality leads, and I don't recommend to use a search campaign together with Google Display Network. If you want to launch campaigns for your top of the funnel, you can use Google Display Network if you have really big budget and you have very big company and you don't have enough potential in your keywords on the bottom of the funnel or middle of the funnel. You want to expand because it's like you don't have this potential and search volume on these keywords. So you can build awareness using a separate Google Display Network. For here, we don't want to do this. And for location, we want to use our location, and also we want to use presence, because presence or interest is for people who are interested in Poland. For example, they can be in USA, but their parents lived, for example, in Poland, and they read news about Poland. And when you when you choose here present interest, they will see your ads, and we don't want to show them ads if your business is located physically in Poland. So we want to show our ads only for people who live in Poland and not interested in Poland, only live in Poland. And for languages, I don't want to use any languages, because if the person types, for example, I don't know, plumbing services, Poland, I don't care in which language he types in this query, search query. So for me, it doesn't matter. I want to capture all languages. Segments here, if you want to, you can add for observation some audiences. Observation, it means it won't target, but you will see data for each of these segments. But if you choose targeting, it will only show ads in search for people with this interests. But for me, it doesn't make sense, because if the person searches for plumbing Poland, for example, I don't care if he in this segment, so I just don't use targeting, I use observation, because then if you are not using smart bidding, you can adjust bids for only for this segment, for example. So observation, broad keywords, we will use it after we have enough data. And that's I will tell you about this broad match a little bit later, but it's very, very important and very effective later on when we have data. Ad rotation, I don't want to turn off ad rotation, because this person can, for example, ad rotation, I want to optimize for best performing ads. And if we talk about ad schedule, I want to show my ads all day, because I want to show my ads all day because, for example, person can search for my ads for plumbing at 1 a.m. and then will convert at 10 a.m. So for me, it's okay that I will show ads when my company doesn't work, because I want to show up on every search. So let's click next, and here we can enter our keywords. And for plumbing, for example, you want to here add only exact keywords, for example, when you start, because you don't have enough data to use broad match or phrase match. So better use keywords with exact match, for example. And here also you have to enter your final URL and write your ads, and try to put here your keywords in your headlines. So when you will have enough data, what you have to do, you want to convert these keywords into broad, and instead of using max clicks, you will use, for example, let's go here. You want to, for example, let's click here, my old campaign. And if you have enough data with exact match and max clicks, then you convert your keywords into broad match, and you have to set maximize conversions and set target CPA. And this way your company will, your keywords will be broader, and it will target people who are not typing exact keywords plumbing, but maybe competitor's brand name. But Google is smart enough to understand that this person is ready to convert. Only one reason that we want to switch from exact and phrase to broad is that we want to Google to use this smart bidding and all information about the users. So we don't care what search terms they are typing in. We just want to know their intent. And Google knows their intent because it has data about websites that users searches. This person watched YouTube video about plumbing, and now this person is typing in, for example, your competitor brand name. And if you are using broad, your ad will show up on these terms. It doesn't mean that you will show up only on competitors' brand names, but for example, on other keywords that are not related, but they will convert. When I switch here on broad, you can see that we are now getting 185 conversions, and we were getting about 40-50 conversions before holidays here. And when we were starting with exact and max clicks, we were getting only 15 20, but we also wanted to have small low CPA here. So that's why we used max clicks and exact. And then when we got enough data, we switched to broad, and we are now scaling our campaign. And you can see that our conversion rate is amazing, 24% for this type of services, and our client is very happy. So if you want to work with us, you can submit form in the description, go to our website, and we will try to help you and help to scale your business.